Let me expound on this, because every time I talk about women shouldn't sit with men in poverty and shouldn't date broke men, blah, 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 the broke guys come out of the woodworks like roaches in the dark. So let me expound on this. If you are young and you don't have money, which is fucking normal, nobody got fucking money when they're 20 years old, and she's building with you, for sure, cool, you got you a lucky one, bro. You got it. Build with her, keep going. That's not what I'm talking about. But a lot of y'all have this mindset, bro, and it's pissing me off that a woman's supposed to struggle with you. Why would you introduce her to more?
I feel them on that. Men have this mentality of feeling like, oh, a woman should build with me, because if she doesn't build with me, she not really down for me. And a woman don't gotta build with you. A lot of women gonna be waiting at the finish line for when you become successful. She don't gotta know your struggle. So while you're building yourself financially, you could still be dating women. You can still just date in your means, right? But a lot of men get it twisted. You a man. As a man, nobody's gonna come save you. And then two, I understand it, right? I get it, because we all want to have a woman who is with us as we're building, because we kind of feel like, man, if I become successful, I don't know if she want me for my money or my resources or what. But at the same time, you can do both. As you're building yourself up, you can still date. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you need to be bringing a bag in somehow. Don't be trying to rely on a woman to come save you, because then she gonna always have that power over you.
For poverty, you are a grown-ass man, and it is your job to rescue yourself from poverty, and then you should seek a woman. That's what I mean. To expect her to be there with you on a bus is ludicrous. Who are you? Who raised you?
Yeah, if you ain't got the basics, and when I say basics, meaning if you ain't got a crib, car, and job, which is the basics, you're going to have to finesse. You're struggling. Like he said, don't expect her to be on the bus with you. You can't, come on, let's be reasonable, right? No, all these women don't want you to have $1 million in the bank, but they want you to have ambition. They want you to have drive. They want you to be able to become better. Of course, a lot of women are like that. They want to see you do better. But at the same time, you got to have the basic necessities. Like he said, especially if you're not 20, 21, 22. If you above 23, you should have your own spot, your car. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. Like I be thinking about like my uncles and stuff. Like my granddad was making them move out at 18. But nowadays, dudes is at home until they 36. That's 18 times 2.
Like, this is sick fucking behavior, mentality. You feel me? A man's job is to protect and provide. That's it. You got 2 jobs in this world. Like, if she not with me on the bus, why should she be in the Ferrari? Because men provide.
It's funny, dudes who make sayings like that. It's like, I think sometimes we take these sayings to be to the extreme, right? It's a thin line, right? Like, if you ain't got the basics of and I'm not saying, because sometimes you could live downtown, right, in your city, and you have money, but you just choose to kind of Uber around. That's different, right? But if you ain't got no money coming in and you don't have access to a car, how do you expect to date a woman properly? Like, don't nobody want to go down to that struggle. All you need is the basic necessities. Bring enough money in to have your own spot, to have your own car, and be able to pay for dates, right? And as you're dating and stuff like that, you're still trying to make more money. You're going to the gym. You got your side hustle on the side, and you're building that. And that's the real testament to see if she's going to stay within that.
If a girl got more money than you, it can get spooky. Because girls get turned off by dudes with less funds. You feel me? So if I can give y'all any advice, it's a hot take, okay?
Like, now, I hear what DDG is saying. I don't all the way agree with that, because I've had women that I remember at one point when I was like 25, 26, I was probably making $50K a year, and I was dating women that made 80, 90K a year, almost made 6 figures, right? But I always held my own weight. So I hear what he's saying. He's just saying from a general perspective of, if you can't do the same things the woman does, you know what I'm saying? I could do the same thing a woman did that made twice as more money as me, because I was managing my money correctly. So all he's saying is, like, it can get spooky if she's making way more money than you, because it's going to make you feel a little bit less than especially if you can't, like you said, if you just can't do the same things, you're gonna start to feel insecure. That's a fact.
Mess with a girl within your means, so you don't never feel insecure, intimidated, any of that, because that's gonna be an extra argument you ain't gotta deal with. No matter if you ain't got it, bro, you don't need a girl. I tell you that right now. Having a girl costs money, for sure.
Now, I will say this, right? I don't believe in not dating if you're not at where you want to be at, right? I think you shouldn't get into a relationship if you're not financially stable, right? Because dating costs, but a relationship costs even more, right? So I think if you're not at where you want to be at financially, where you can frivolously spend 100, 200 whenever you want, 300 whenever you want, I don't think you should get into a relationship. I think you should continue to build and just continue to date.
Having a girl costs money, for sure. You want to do nice things. You want to take her on dates. You want to buy her nice things. You want to do all these extravagant things. If you ain't got it, bro, you're going to have a boring relationship. And when girls get bored, what do? They leave. DDG speaking from experience. No, I am not.
Hey, that's real, right? Man, I didn't experience that so many times, and it cannot. The thing is, it happens to men in more arenas than just financially, right? Think about, like, a lot of times, man, when you first get with a chick, man, you taking her on dates, doing all these different things, and then what happens is, like, over time, you become a little bit comfortable. So now y'all just on the couch watching Netflix and ordering food every weekend. So the thing is, if you don't make a lot of money, you got to get creative, right? One weekend, y'all may be in the crib. The next weekend, go do something fun and then go get some food and come back to the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need to have some type of activity planned because, again, you don't want the woman to get bored because you have now became predictable. But the key to this dating shit is really just like, as you're dating more and more women, you want to be getting better in every other arena in your life simultaneously. So that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the key, is to be grinding in all areas while you're also getting better with women. Because a lot of men have the mindset of, I'm not going to deal with women at all because I'm not a millionaire yet. And that's the wrong mentality to have, because you got to go through getting ghosted, getting flaked on, a woman not texting you back, you doing too much, you not paying attention to her body language and picking up on the signs. You need to go through these things so that way, as you're making more money, everything can elevate at the same time, type shit. Because the worst thing ever would be to have a lot of money and you don't understand women. Like I don't ever want to be in that position. So you should never stop dating. Now, I will say this, right? I don't think you should get into a relationship if you're not financially where you want to be at. But dating, you can get, if you're just casually dating somebody, or you got a girl that's in your rotation, that you don't have to necessarily see them every weekend like you do more so a girlfriend, right? Somebody you're dating, you can kind of dictate and control that. But with a relationship, it's a higher commitment, meaning more money. But yeah, vetting is very huge, right? You want to deal with women who, shout out to Ron Wills, are in cooperation with your operation, right? So if you're leading the way as a man, you can dictate the dates, right? A woman who really rocks with you ain't gonna be tripping off the money, as long as you're ambitious and going after more, right? As long as she see that you're trying to get to the next level, that's all she really cares about. They want to see results. So that's what you should always be focused on, and at the same time, continuing to date, continuing to get better with your skills. You see what I'm saying? And like I say on every video, that's why we must continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. And until the next time, deuces.